today I'm back in another video, and you already know it is Sunday, and I will be posting about what I've been learning about church and everything. So if you didn't know that I do this, and if you're new, then go check out my rest of my Sunday videos. So today I will be telling you what I learned today and what I got out of it and what I feel mostly about it. And if you want to know the church that I mostly go to is Dream Center, and that's what that's the church that I've been learning, getting my notes and learning more about God. So without further ado, let's get into this video. If you see a tell, this is Prince. Oh, so you don't want to say hey? Oh, okay then. Alright, so I have a piece of paper because usually I just write on my phone. I usually just write it on my phone because when we go in church, I write the notes down on my phone. So once I'm done with church, I just write it on a piece of paper to tell you guys what I learned and what I feel mostly about and what I feel attached and what I feel about it. So let's go. So the title is Stay With It. The enemy is about to go back to its snake day. Stay with it, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the power, against the world forces of this darkness. And just because you've been in that fight does not mean I or someone else put their life on mine. Now, I feel wonderful about this because sometimes when, as children and as adults, we sometimes want to put our life on the line every time when we get into a fight. Not saying I never once got in a fight, so don't be asking me about how. My answer is I never got in a fight, and I want to let it stay that way. And if it comes one day, I will let God. I will bring my problems to God, and whatever happens. But I'm not focusing on fighting anybody at this age or when I get older. So my answer is I never got in a fight, and I'm not trying to get in a fight. I'm trying to stay humble to myself and getting more used to y'all and talking more to y'all throughout this video and when I make videos every day and every 1 week and stuff. And some things you might be asking God to bless you with this or show you this, but you too busy doing this instead of looking up. So what this means, when it had said to show you this, but you too busy doing this instead of looking up. So say for example, I don't have no example, but yes I do myself. So say for example, you praying to God, you saying, please God, please give me this, or show me the way through this, or something that you usually pray about. You doing all this on your phone all the time. Sorry for my hair because I just put it like this. But you doing this.
A few moments later.
But you on your phone, instead of you looking up, you looking, just doing this all day, just playing video games or just on your phone, just doing this instead of trying to look up. You have to look up and receive what you want to receive, not just always. Hey girl, yeah. So let's continue. Now, next one is some people might be trying to play along with you, but this is not the time to stop what you're doing. But God said to tell you that you are this close to seeing something that you put a smile on it. And I am really surprised that it says that. Now that's the end of it right there. I didn't want to make it too long because I know I probably some adults on here that's watching and some kids that's on here watching that's Christian, or you don't have to be Christian just to watch the video. But if y'all might be busy, so I didn't want to make it too long because y'all might want y'all Christian music on a Sunday or anything. But what I got out of this is like it happened to me. Let's say before I started, once we got off the road with our dad, when I had did that speaking Korean, is when we came back. I've been so focused on Korean, speaking Korean, that not only, I'm not saying I didn't stop focus on God, but once you get into something, or once you start liking what you're doing, you be so distracted on that and not focus on Him. Not saying I stopped focus on Him, but that's how it was for me, because I started focus on Korean, not doing anything else. Just I wake up in the morning, listen to Korean music, start studying Korean, and then that was just me starting every week now, because I really love what I'm doing and it's really helping me. But I need to focus. I could still do Korean, but I still need to focus on God and everything. So what I got out of it was he was talking about how basically you be focused on this thing, like something else. It could be a language, a new language. It could be your birthday, or it could be Christmas. Whatever you distract on, and you too busy distracting on that you forgot all about Him or something. And basically, what I got out of that is that it happened to me not long ago. It was 2020 when it was about to turn December. I was focused. Well, it was in December. I was focused on Korean. My mom had told me, "Oh, Cynthia, you've been focused on Korean so much. Like, I haven't been hearing you listen to some Christian music or anything." That's me. Every day, my mom would hear me listen to Christian music, everything. But since I was focused on Korean, I didn't get the time to always listen to Christian music. But I have listened to Christian music. So if y'all wondering, I have. And I'm still learning Korean. So I'm focused on God and Korean at the same time. Nothing changed. So she had told me how I wasn't listening to Christian music that night. And I'm like, okay, Ma, I'll go listen to some Christian music. She said I could listen to Christian music for 30 minutes. I did that. So I played some Christian music. And all of a sudden, I just started crying and stuff. It was just so amazing and stuff, because even though we as people grow through this, I don't know if this is supposed to be growth or stuff that's God trying to show me. But it's been a while since, and even my dad has said this, and if my dad is watching, I'm listening to some Christian music now like I was before, and I'm sorry if I haven't been telling you how I'm feeling about Christian music and been listening to it and everything that I used to do, but I'm still doing it now. And I just started crying and stuff, because it's just amazing how God is showing us these days. Like, even though it's boring in quarantine and we want to do something amazing, like I just went on the top of my head, I was like, oh, I want to learn Korean, and I just started doing it and other stuff like that. And what upset me when I had cried is that I went on my knees, started praying and stuff, because all of us people, we're all the same. It doesn't make us different or anything. It doesn't make us, if we're gonna be distracted on one thing, but we still have to remember that God is our Father. We shall accept Him. We shall give Him our problems. Now, some of us people, we don't give Him our problems as a human being or anything. We just do our problems ourselves. But He is right there. He is God for a reason. He's not just some type of poor person that be like, oh, I'm gonna accept your blessing, I'm gonna receive. No, He's a powerful God. He's a God that will accept anything. He loves us equally. And some of those people not realizing that. Even some people not realizing that now in 2020. So I just want to share this with y'all, and I will end off here. And I hope y'all like this video and have a wonderful, blissful Sunday. And I will see y'all when I do that Christmas dance, like I said. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and chào ca. 안녕.
Hey, oh.